It separates you from the internal and make you think that you are the body. And see, what this does is it calls you to attach to everything that the body has done as if it is your identity and not a suit, not a mask. Like, this body is just simply something I exist in, but what I have done and the way I have acted was not who I truly was, because of the programming, because of the constant projection as a child on how to be instead of letting be. So when you understand this perspective, okay, you understand at a larger scale, your whole existence has been given to you, and it is not you that is living it. It is a program. It is the way you perceived your whole existence. So it's not the truth. Who would you be if you was around no one? Let's say you was born in a forest and no one never told you anything and you never seen anything. You was just in the forest. Who would you be then? You could not say you would be the same being that you are now, because the being you are now has been projected to. It has been told. This is why you have to think deeper, like, okay, if my whole life I have just been told to be this way, and this is what I have to be, and this is what needs to be done in order to be liked, and this is the way I gotta dress in order to be, this is the way I have to look in order to be. But it's like, when will you just simply be? That's the peace you're looking for, is when will you be? You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to search for anything to know who you are. You don't have to find anything to become one or to become whole. And this is the peace many are looking for. They're looking for a love that is, it's like a love that is freeing. Everyone is looking for a freeing love, but at the same time, people cling on to it because they don't even cling on to themselves. You have to detach. You have to let go. This is when you go into solitude and you start to speak to yourself, the inner God, the God that dwells in the temple that is not man-made. Your heart and your mind is the most important things you have, because they work in coherence. So your desires, right, and also what's being seen, they move as one. So you have to understand your sight and your heart. If it's an environment that do not serve its greatest purpose, then it will start to adapt. Do not look at solitude as I'm alone now and nobody wants me, or now I'm cold, now I'm dark. It's no, now you are free. The voice is God. The voice is God. Even when you look at the Bible, it even says in the Bible, and we know that the Bible is not the full depth of the universe and higher intelligence. It just gives that, God in the sky, and look up to this man, and, shame yourself and always be in shame and always be a sinner. Like, it puts you in this lower vibration. It puts you in this lower mindset, right? That's what the Bible's about. But it does have context within it that hold truth. Just as in the beginning, God spoke everything into existence. So not just speaking as in how I am speaking now, but even what's being felt is also a language So it's even what you feel. So it's not just what you speak externally, but it's also what you speak internally, and that's what comes into existence. God spoke everything into existence. So imagine God, right, talking to itself in a negative way, right? Talking to itself in negative. Oh, I'm just a sinner. I'm just my past. I'm my trauma. I can never heal. I have to stay this way. I can't ever change. I'm just going to wait on something to come save me in order to change. See, that's the programming. That's how they keep you in this same state of not evolving, of not growing. So when we understand that the Bible is actually about you, it's actually about I. I wrote the book for myself. But since everything is scattered, this is why if you read one book, how can you possibly evolve? If you chose to stay in the first grade all your whole life, right? Let's just say you chose to stay in the first grade, then you would only know first grade education if you think about it. So even if you compare the Bible to other information, it's like if you just stick to the Bible your whole existence, you never evolve. Like you can never evolve to a higher, in a sense, state of life. I don't think anyone asks the real question, why would God want me to suffer? And I am God. But the voice, it separates from the body the way you speak and the way you feel.